So hello both, it's lovely to speak with you today. Thank you so much for agreeing to speak with me. So today we're here with Zoe from Care Trade, who works on the Autism Project, and a student who has just successfully been supported on the Autism Project. So Zoe, could you tell us a little bit about Care Trade first, and then we'll move into going through some questions with you. Perfect.
Great. Yeah, of course. Thank you for having us. So Care Trade is the charity that I work for and which I've supported in. The charity supports autistic adults to, I guess, lead more purposeful lives, is what we say. So that's mainly working towards finding paid employment, but that might be sometimes other outcomes depending on the individual. And the project that I work specifically on is called the Autism Project. That's one of Care Trade's projects, but we do run other projects as well. And the Autism Project is a 2-year supported internship. So students come on the project, they do what's called skill up classes, which are like sort of employability sessions. They do English and maths. And do a variety of work experience placements. And then my role is all about supporting the students to learn about how to create a good CV, how to do a cover letter, what it actually means, on a job advert, those sort of jargony words like person specification, job description, explaining all those kind of things, and really supporting the students and the employers to better understand how they can match up vacancies they've got with our students' skill sets. So and we've been I've been working with them for over 2 years, and we've applied for over 100 jobs together, but we've finally had success. So that's very exciting.
Yes,
for both of us.
Oh, well, congratulations. So what do you think your biggest challenges have been when you've been looking for work?
So the main challenges that I've been when looking for work is that I find it difficult to understand some of the terminology and jargon that are used in the job adverts. I find the interview process difficult. The interview questions, especially like the questions that are asked, if it's asked one question after the other, and if they're open-ended questions, I find it sometimes tricky and difficult to answer. Therefore, I would like the interviewer to repeat or rephrase the questions, and for allow me to have extra time to give the answers back.
Perfect. That's such a nice answer. I think open-ended questions can be so difficult for so many autistic people. Thank you so much. So our second question is, what benefits have you found from being supported by Zoe and the Autism Project when looking for work?
So one of the benefits that we supported by Zoe, and when I'm from Care Trade, when I'm looking for work, is that Care Trade has helped me with how to prepare interview questions, like how to answer questions. For example, the STAR method, the situation, task, action, results method, and how to handle competency questions as well. It also helped me like how to dress appropriately for the interview, how to plan my journey, to make a good first impression to the employer, and how to write a good CV and a cover letter as well.
Fab. That's amazing. Such good support. So I imagine you've got so much more confidence now in job finding and starting work since working with Zoe.
Yeah.
Lots of practice, eh?
Yeah, lots of practice and preparation.
And you were just telling me before that you'd applied for 100 jobs before securing this one. So that's such a long process, isn't it? Like the amount of resilience and perseverance you've got to do that. So congratulations.
Yeah.
And so what skills do you think you bring to an employer that at first they might not see?
So the skills that I would bring to an employer when I'm at first is that I have good attention to detail. I'm very good with numbers. I have good data entry and admin skills. I've got good IT skills. I'm very well organized. I'm very hardworking, motivated, with a positive attitude and a resilient person.
Perfect. And it just shows that that's all true with applying for 100 jobs.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
what's the
very
job
good.
that you have secured now then?
So I've secured a role within the NHS in Edgware Hospital. It's a Band 2 admin data officer role.
Fabulous. And do you love it?
Yeah, because it's going to be most of the work is like answering phone calls as well as booking patients. There'll be a lot of IT and office admin work as well,
Brilliant.
which I enjoy as well.
Oh, I bet you do. And I guess,
Yeah.
so now you've started work, what would you like employers to do to make roles more accessible and easier to apply for and to secure?
So like in terms of my job, like I don't start until like the end of March, first week of April, because obviously I'm waiting for my references, and then with the NHS it takes a very long time. So
Yeah.
you just have to be quite be patient here. But in terms of the question, employers are they want simple language and easy language on job descriptions.
Yeah.
It'll make it easier if the employer had a formal chat to the candidates, get to know more about them rather than having like a face-to-face or a virtual interview. If I was going to the interview, I'll be helpful if an employer send the interview questions in advance so I can have enough time to prepare and be ready for it. It was also helpful if I have extra time to think about the answers in terms of the questions that are being asked in the interview, so that interviewers understand that they're aware of my autism.
Yeah.
And also, if I'm successful in the role, to offer extra workplace support first in the job and to provide extra training to make me
Perfect.
suitable for the role.
I think that's amazing. And all of the things that you mentioned there are so simple, aren't they, that an employer can do that,
Yeah,
it doesn't take much for an employer to get kind of amazing talent like yours into their business.
yeah.
So we'll go to the next question. What is one of your strengths that you think people would find surprising about you?
So people are always surprised and amazed by my super fantastic and amazing photographic memory. Yeah, people are impressed that I'm never forgetful and I remember so many things. For example, like I remember people's names, birthdays, telephone numbers, addresses, even their plates. Number plates. I'm also very good with numbers, with data, and I know I'm good with directions, how to get to places, and I know what roads to take, which route to take, and which is the fastest route is. And I'm
Brilliant.
good at remembering dates as well. So, for example, if you was to ask me what the 1st of April 2022 this year was a Friday, and I'll never forget that.
Can I ask you a question? Can I ask you one now?
Yeah.
Right. Okay. I'm going to have to look at my calendar. So what day was the 9th of February 2022?
Wednesday.
It was. Wow, that's amazing. Amazing.
Super skill.
Yeah.
So that's all of the questions that we had. Thank you
Yeah.
so much for spending your time to talk through this. I think it's definitely given me such great insight into clearly the amazing skills, strengths that you have for the workplace.
Yeah.
And just talking through all of those really simple things that employers can do. And it seems like the main theme of those adjustments is communication. So being
Yeah.
clear, saying what you mean, making sure that your interview questions are exactly what they want for the job, not just asking you to play the game to get through the interview. So thanks again, and the best of luck when you start your job.
Yeah. Thank
The
you.
end of March, beginning of April, and I'd love to hear about how it's going when you start. So you'll have to keep in touch.
Yeah. So I wanted to say, Emma, you're from which company again? Sorry.
We are from Sourceable UK.
Sourceable UK.
Yes, the company's called Rangam, and at Sourceabled, we work with employers as a recruiter, specifically when employers want to recruit autistic talent or neurodiverse talent into their business. So we post the jobs for them, and we do all of that, making sure the job's accessible, looking at the job descriptions, looking at the language, looking at the interview process. And then once somebody's matched to a role, we can do all of the additional support, or we can link with other organisations to provide that support. So, for example, if there was somebody within care trade that they were supporting, and they got a job or secured a job that we were posting, that person could still be supported by care trade. So you're able to kind of continue the support with your support provider, but we would just act as a job matching service.
I see. So I understand that you're from a source able company. So you basically provide employers for recruitment and support students, autistic students.
They're kind of like a middleman between the employer and the student. Okay. They're helping people to match jobs to students and students to jobs. So they're kind of helping people by being in the middle.
Helping employers look with autistic students look for jobs, and autistic students and employers look for jobs.
Exactly. Yeah.
I see.
Yeah.
You know, when you were doing your job search,
and
you might have looked on job websites like Indeed, maybe, or job boards.
Indeed,
it's a lot like that at the beginning. But what the difference is all the jobs that will be on our jobs board are specifically posted by employers wanting to hire an autistic person or hire a neurodiverse person. So it gives applicants confidence that that employer is a good employer and supportive.
Yeah, so they have a list of jobs on their website, but just not as many as Indeed, but they will have ones where the employer is wanting an autistic or neurodiverse person, which is cool.